6th of 2026 at 4 minutes after 9. We've got a temperature of 73 degrees with some fog and mist out there in Beaver County currently. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMPA. Also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
It is now time for County Commissioners. Ask the Commissioners Jack Manning and Tony Amadillo joining us today. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Scott.
Good
Good
morning.
to see you guys, as always.
We've been hearing all day about the Garen Fidelis and then you guys talking about Wildwood Road. That's a top story. I like the idea about maybe putting stop signs there and have one way. We've seen that with Barclay Hill Road in Brighton Township for years, and that seems to have worked. But how do you now keep PennDOT on top of this and then kind of keep their feet to the fire? Well, last I heard, they said they're going to look at it, but what can be done?
Yeah, we mentioned that to them. Well, actually, pretty much right across, not too far from Wildwood, was the 8th Street Hill going up to Patterson Township.
Yes.
To Patterson Primary. They've had to do that at least twice in the last couple of years with some road collapse on that hill, on that side of 51. And so we brought that up to them. The only thing, their geotech engineer wasn't sure there was a wide enough berth, the road collapse, that you could get a vehicle safely through there with the barriers on either side and the stop sign. But they're going to check it out, check the road, see if that's possible. If it is, then I think they'll follow through on that, open the road up temporarily for that, and then keep an eye out to make sure there isn't any further collapse. I think it's, according to them, it's kind of done shifting, but I mean, it's the hills around here. They're always
it's the soil.
They're always shifting, and they had done some repairs actually 18 months ago before it closed. Just before that, they had put new guardrails and some new stone and stuff on Wildwood Road right before the road collapse. So, they're constantly looking at that stuff. But we understand it's a $3 million repair, and it's down towards the bottom of the list of priorities of people that are queued up ahead of them. So.
There's so many of them in Beaver County as well as the entire Commonwealth that PennDOT doesn't have the money to even do a small portion of them. So we're going to try to keep putting pressure on them, and hopefully we can get ours moved to the top.
We're talking about Wildwood Road. Dan just joining us as well. So, that's...
We're also, again, looking at Acretown. We brought that up to them as well. As Dan mentioned yesterday in our work session, there is this program that they have where there could be financing available. We'd have to apply for the financing, then they would take it, fix that road up so it's passable again, and turn the ownership of the road back over to us for maintenance. But if they do it and fix it right, shouldn't incur any costs in the short term. So
now when I'm driving down Dutch Ridge Road, I see the new signs for Allegheny Health Network. They're officially there. Has that transition gone smoothly? And any word yet on what this will mean for people, whether they have UPMC coverage or Blue Cross coverage, or what's the latest on the takeover there or the acquisition?
I think it's gone extremely smoothly.
Yes.
I haven't heard a word from anybody about anything other than the signs going up. It's been a very smooth transition. They've been working on this for a while. They had plans in place for that affiliation to come together. I think it's kind of business as usual. As far as I know, anybody goes to Heritage Valley, whatever their insurance is, just like it was in the past. Norm did a great job of managing all those healthcare coverages. I believe there's
But you really
no
won't
change.
know until you go to the hospital and you get a bill.
That's what worries me.
Yes.
Yeah. But I will say this, we just switched from UPMC to Highmark at the courthouse, and everybody who had primary care physicians with a different carrier, they're covering all that. People aren't having to change their primary care physician or their specialist because they were UPMC to use our Highmark insurance. So they've got pretty good cooperative agreements there.
I remember that was a discussion ahead of time that they were going to try to do that. So I just was curious if you'd heard anything on that.
Yeah.
To ask the commissioners, phone lines open 724-843-1888. One listener earlier this week said she wouldn't be able to call, but she wanted to ask about the barn concerts used to have at Economy Park. Is there any talk of ever bringing those back or doing anything with the barn there? I remember like the Jaggers played there years ago, and
We're still resting from the last concert we had. To be honest.
The barn has been on our radar for something in our 3 to 5 year planning of what we need to do with our budget and capital improvements and stuff. It's on there. We haven't made a decision on what to do there. We have other priorities that have kind of supplanted that. The need for another concert venue doesn't seem to be a high priority. So, and we really don't know the extent of what it would take to either replace the barn or renovate the barn. So, we're a ways away from that.
Well,
I think more importantly is the pool.
I'm just going to say, good news there. Now we just need the rain to go away. But
And that was obviously a higher priority than doing things with the barn.
Yeah.
so for people who missed it, the economy pool is
Open.
Open.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fixed, open until the end of September. So, free of charge, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Free of charge, yeah. We worked a nice deal with the YMCA, who's always been very
We
accommodating to
decided
us.
that.
Well, I know we got that big parade coming up in September. What's the latest on that?
September
Yeah, it's going to be. We got all the high school bands lined up, and this is going to be the
Most of them
250
committed.
celebration.
We still have a few that haven't committed, right?
Yeah, I think almost all of them are on board. I haven't seen that last list. Did you see what?
I haven't. I know
what
there was
they
an
put
email
out.
sent
Yeah.
earlier this week in regards to getting more participation from different
Yeah.
organizations throughout the county, and there was at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
I think the bands were on there. I just didn't
Yeah.
scroll all the way down. It's a pretty lengthy spreadsheet.
I think
That's
they're
why
on
it's
there.
in September, because we wanted to make sure the schools were back in session.
Yeah.
So
Unless
we
there was
can
any
get the bands there.
football game rescheduling that occurred on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah.
We expect them.
Yeah.
We expect them to all be there.
Yeah,
So.
can't forget about that. We're always talking data centers. There was some numbers given. One of the acquisitions came through. And what was interesting to me, it also kind of described, this is the one in shipping ports. It mentioned the facilities themselves. There'll be like, is it 3 two-story buildings, I want to say, but we're getting a clear vision of what it will look like. Have you seen any plans or any drawings of what the data center will look like in shipping port?
There will be 2 buildings that will house the actual compute power.
Okay.
Computing power. There will be an office building and there will be a visitor center that they have. So there's 4 buildings in the initial design of that. There is room for a 3rd huge data center building in the back there, but that's not in the first phase of what they're doing. But you're talking about almost 2 million square feet of building. It's their 2-story, 59 feet high banks of data computing power.
So what would you compare it to size-wise? Is there a building that...
I don't think there's
there's
anything to that. Even the Amazon centers there in
Right.
Finley don't. It's these are big.
It's going to be that size? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. That gives me a good visual.
these are
Yeah.
big.
We went to Sandusky, Ohio, to look at one, and it's just unbelievable how big they are,
And also how quiet. it is.
quiet, very quiet.
Amazingly.
Once the door's shut, you don't hear anything.
Yeah, the hallways are quiet. Inside the building's quiet. It's only when you go inside where the banks of chips and data processing.
Is that something
taking
that's stipulated? Is that like state law or local
Not yet.
ordinance?
Not
or?
yet.
Okay.
But, some of the things we discussed, we want them on brownfields. We want them away from population centers. They bring in their own water source. They bring in their own power.
Yeah. So the shipping port one, the lines, it checks all the boxes
Yes.
the right way. For water usage, closed loop systems, for the cooling, it's not drawing public water. It's not drawing water out of the Ohio. The noise, as we said, will be virtually non-existent, other than the construction noise when it takes place. They're bringing in their own power generation. It's on a brownfield site next to a nuke plant, a former coal-fired plant. I mean, I don't know what else you want to do with it.
If you're gonna
Scott,
put it
but
somewhere,
seems like a perfect
that's a
spot to
spot.
me
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
for a big data center. So.
And the property in Wampum that a lot of people were assuming was going to be that. I don't know if that's ever been 100% confirmed and any insight there. What's taking place? Where the old
I hate
racetrack
to
used.
speculate.
I've had no conversations with
Dan,
Yeah.
Switch at all, but I know it's moving forward. It's a big Beaver Borough issue, as the alignment was
Right.
a shipping port issue, right? They're the ones that gave them the permit, the conditional permit to begin construction, start moving dirt around. This is in the hands of Big Beaver Borough, and to my knowledge, nobody from Switch has reached out to us for anything to make that happen.
it's all local control. Zoning in Beaver County is local, and we're just the face that people want to come to and talk. But the borough councils, the supervisors, they make those decisions.
Don't get me wrong. When we're on board with something, it certainly helps with selling it to the public, selling it to the state, selling it to the regulators, and everybody else to have that support. The other thing about Aligned is they have not asked a dime for anything in terms of tax relief or anything at all. As a matter of fact, they've talked about how can they invest in the community beyond that, and what kind of community benefits can they bring to the table. So
It's a good word you just use, selling, and that's something you do. I assume as commissioners, you sell Beaver County. Have there been any efforts?
I'm in the business of selling Beaver County, and I have been for decades, but even more so here as a commissioner.
Have you been recently to meetings, whether it's like economic development meetings, or even meeting with business leaders or anything, or what are you hearing, or what is there a specific approach that Beaver County takes in touting itself, what we have to offer?
Well, we get approached. I mean, we're all heavily involved with the SPC, Southwest Planning Commission, and obviously they do a lot of the planning. They know what's happening in Beaver County. Rich Fitzgerald actually had me on the radio Wednesday morning. He has a little radio program every week.
I didn't know that.
On KDKA at 7 o'clock. And I was talking about the Mitsubishi advanced switchgear coming in, the Aligned data center coming in, and that stuff. So, and about how we have a lot of people rowing in the same directions. We're all on the same page as commissioners. Lou Velati at the CED is on the same page as us, and we are with them. The Chamber of Commerce, the building trades. I mean, everybody in Beaver County that's interested in economic development and job creation, we're all rowing in the same direction. I think that's what people are starting to recognize around the state, because we do get calls, from Harrisburg. Our legislators are involved. Roman Kozak, Josh Kale, Rob Matsey, they're all on the same page with us. So it's really exciting to see at this point when we've got some real momentum, and there's been a tipping point going forward for the development, not just along the Ohio River, but elsewhere in the county, even in our downtowns and the revitalization that's happened there. Everybody's rowing in the same direction, pulling in the same direction, and it's really nice to see right now.
It's about 3 months from now, I guess, but election day coming. Anything of how's that going? Is that smooth? Are there concerns with anything?
As far as our part, yes, the elections are very smooth. I mean, it's congressional and legislative, and we're not involved in the elections itself.
I guess ballots ought to be printed soon.
They should
right?
be, yes.
Yeah, Director Sisk is at a conference
yes.
right now,
In Erie. He's
state
up in
conference in Erie. So I'm sure when he gets back, he'll give us an update on when they're going to be printed and sent out. But normally on this cycle, it seems to be pretty smooth.
Yeah.
These statewide races.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on in the country, there could be a lawsuit tomorrow, or it could be 2 or 3 days before the election, and it would just
things get caught up in the courts, and that's what frustrates us more than anything else.
Yeah.
But Tony and I were at a regional election directors meeting hosted here by Colin at Penn State Beaver, and I think it shows that how much confidence other counterparts that he has in
it was the whole western part
PA.
of it. Yeah.
Western PA were there, and Tony and I both got to speak to him, and our admiration for anybody that does that job, but also our praise for Colin and the reputation that he now has across the Commonwealth for running a very good election process. And we're pretty proud of him.
He's on top of
pretty proud of what we do.
Everything.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many political signs up yet, but all of a sudden they emerge one day. You wake up and they're everywhere. So
It's 60 days before, and I think we're still like 75, 80, I don't know, days away from the election. So they'll trust me, they'll be up soon.
Yeah.
Is there a time limit on how soon you have to take them down?
Every local municipality has their own rules.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Some places you have to pay to even put them up.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, there's a permit fee in certain communities, which we always forget every 4 years, and we have to get a letter.
Get a call from somebody saying, hey, your signs need to come down or be moved. So.
Costs money to run an election, huh? It is Ask the Commissioners. Phone line's open. We're going to take a break right now, but if you have a question for your elected officials pertaining to county matters, give us a call, 724-843-1888. Remember way back when you were young and the bus ride to and from school set the tone for what made your day special? School buses and vans have had a special place in the Fry family for 3 generations. At Fry Transportation, the student transportation industry is embraced as a tradition, privilege, and lifestyle. From the morning laughs on the way to school to the talk about the day on the way home. Memories you won't forget, just like the vintage football games aired each week on Beaver County Radio. Fry Transportation, caring for your children as they care for their own.
Saturday, August 8th, Pittsburgh Brewing Company and U.S. Steel present the Iron City Riverfront Throwdown Country Music Festival along the Allegheny River. A full day of country music featuring headliner Chris Higby, Josie Sal, Joe Patrick and Four on the Floor, and more. Test your skills on the mechanical bull, try keg lassoing, strut your stuff in the Double H Boot Strut Contest, and show off your fanciest cowboy or cowgirl hat for prizes and bragging rights. Gates open at noon, all ages welcome, rain or shine. Get your tickets now and join the Iron City Riverfront Throwdown at Pittsburgh Brewing Company. Presented by Pittsburgh Brewing Company and U.S. Steel. Get your tickets now at pittsburghbrewing.com/events.
Make 2026 extra sweet with visits to Stangles Bakery in Ambridge. Located at 572 Merchant Street, Stangles stands ready to satisfy your sweet tooth with the return of Semler buns or Swedish eclairs, along with Punchki in time for the Lenten season. From their super popular Lady Locks to cookies and brownies filled with flavor, Stangles Bakery has got the goodies. Started in 1920 by Paul Stangles Sr., this hometown bakery has specialized in cultural recipes and innovative ideas for over 100 years. Make Stangles your destination soon.
Hold on tight, Butler County. The action is back. The North Washington Rodeo rides in August 18th through the 22nd. Outstanding champions battle it out for huge prize money in one of the biggest rodeos east of the Mississippi. Experience heart-pounding bull riding, barrel racing, bronc busting, and family fun, all at the famous North Washington Rodeo grounds on Route 38 north of Butler. Get your tickets early and save. August 18th through the 22nd. Don't miss the North Washington Rodeo.
Back by popular demand, The Time Machine with Frank Sparks. Every Friday from 10 a.m. to noon, we'll strap into our 1968 VW Bus Time Machine and head back in time to a year that is picked out by a listener.
Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time?
We'll talk about all of the trends and listen to songs from the Hot 100 of that year. So mark your calendar to tune in each and every Friday here on Beaver County Radio.
Coming to you from the Fry Transportation Group studio, Scott Tady here with our 3 Beaver County Commissioners. It is Ask the Commissioners. We have our first phone call. Hey, good morning. You're talking with the Commissioners.
Good morning.
Hello there. How are you? They're reaching for their headphones, so hold tight. But go ahead.
Okay. 2 questions. One, have the Commissioners dealt at all with the issue of the drinking water from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority? Every spring for 2 or 3 months, it just gets so bad, and they say it's because of bacteria and algae in the river, but the water's safe, but nobody can stand it. And it's a big job, I guess, to provide an adequate filtration system that would take care of the taste and the smell and the appearance of the water. Have they thought about doing anything? Because I guess it's too big of a burden for the municipal authority to take on by themselves.
No, it's an independent body. We're actually a customer of them at the ice arena, and I appreciate it because it was horrible. The water was horrible, but they're a local independent municipal authority with their own board, and we have absolutely no influence or purview over them. I mean, if they came to us for support from the state or grants or something, I'm sure we'd be glad to help them out, but nobody's approached us about that, and I'm afraid we really don't have much we can do there.
Give them a big donation. I don't know. I know they're independent, but it just seems to be a problem that it's too big for them to solve on their own. Pittsburgh had the same problem, and they solved it somehow, and I don't know if it was independent groups or?
Well, no, they created a huge regional authority there where every municipality chipped in to solve some of their sewage and water issues. So that was a big regional effort, municipal effort. I wish we had a big pot of money sitting somewhere where we can make donations to every worthy cause that comes across our desk, because there's a ton of them, but we don't. We're pretty fiscally tight and with a balanced budget, but we really don't have a lot of extra funds, especially for something like that.
I think that's something that's important, and I wish it could try to get groups or colleges or somebody to try to help them, because all they have to do is keep the water safe. So I don't see this improving, and I guess the sales of bottled water are going to be pretty high here every year.
Certainly in those municipalities. And again, ma'am, this is why the federal government and the state government funds for infrastructure are so important, because that's where the big money sits to be able to do these kind of projects, whether it's roads and bridges or infrastructure with pipelines and water systems. We just don't have that capacity at the local level here, at the county level.
Do you have any suggestions, like what citizens can do to try to push this along?
I don't know, Tony. Talk to your legislators, talk to your congressman, and bring the issues up and see what kind of funding. Bring it up to McCormick and Fetterman, and see what kind of federal dollars are available to help with those situations. But you also have to get the municipal authority, the water authority, to go along with that. So, I mean, you've got to convince them that you're trying to help them, and what can they do. So I would suggest you keep in contact with them as well.
Okay. And the other thing is, I know everybody's been talking about it in communities, local communities, about kids on vehicles without lights and driving like idiots on the road.
The electric bikes.
On bicycles and scooters. I mean, is there anything you could do on a county level to?
Well, take that, Dan.
Yes. So, I mean, I think this is really what Commissioner Manning just said about the authority. We can make ordinances in county parks, the properties that we own and control. But ultimately, it comes down to those municipalities. I know Center Township, I was just speaking with Chief Legge the other day. They're putting a new ordinance in at their municipal parks. But when it comes to, driving these e-bikes, e-scooters on the roads, this would have to come, I believe, from the state, whether it's on a state road. And there are laws out there. There are rules that they have to follow, and it would come down to the local municipalities to enforce those rules.
Right. Yeah, this came up in Greensburg yesterday or 2 days ago. Their council meeting, they were talking about enacting some kind of legislation, but it was on the local level.
It's local enforcement.
Yeah.
And especially with our riverfront towns where they're confined spaces and riding down main streets and not observing the regular traffic rules for, stopping at stop signs and red lights and those kinds of things, or driving on the sidewalk where pedestrians are walking. It's a big issue, but again, something else that's not under our purview.
We have area communities that have golf carts on the road.
I've seen that in Beaver more and more frequently.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there a rule against that, or is that again?
There's motor vehicle laws.
Right.
What
turn
signals,
signals, headlights, turn signals,
On PennDOT
registered.
roads,
Yeah.
inspected. Are you 16 or older?
Yeah.
Are you not high or drunk?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Anything else we can help you with?
Nope, not today.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate you calling. You take care. Got Noah Haswell in here now. He's going to give us the news.
Beaver County Radio's news source. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and beavercountyradio.com. Here's Noah Haswell.
Good morning. On this Thursday, August the 6th of 2026, We will have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. Beaver County Solicitor Garen Fidelis gave an update on the work to reopen Wildwood Road at yesterday's County Commissioners' work session at the county courthouse.
The county set up a meeting with PennDOT yesterday. We had a call with PennDOT. They still have told us that it's looking to go out to, it's on their list of projects to do. Unfortunately, they said in the region. So PennDOT's divided up in various regions throughout the state, and our particular region is combined with Lawrence and Allegheny County. I believe there's about 60 slides on various roads in that region alone that they're working their way through. They did say that Wildwood is on their list of roads that they're looking to work on. Right now, tentatively, they're looking at a bid in 2028 to put it out for bid for work. We did have a conversation with them yesterday asking them if they would consider putting a one-way stop sign that would allow traffic to go over the particular area that is currently where it slid. That would allow the road to be open, but there would be a one-way stop sign in each direction. So they said they would look at that. The other thing we asked them to do is if they could expedite it, which they said that they would try to do under the circumstances.
Senator Elder Vogel Jr. recently announced that Cranberry Township will receive $530,000 in state funding to complete traffic signal upgrades at the intersection of State Route 19 and Brant Drive Duro Road. This grant is provided through PennDOT's Green Light Go program. The Green Light Go program is a competitive state grant program which is designed to improve the efficiency and operation of existing traffic signals that was established by the General Assembly in 2013. Pennsylvania State Police in Pittsburgh reported today that 41-year-old Joseph McHale of Portersville was suspected of driving under the influence during a single-vehicle crash in Robinson Township on July 5th. This crash occurred on I-79 North at 2:35 p.m. According to police, upon further investigation on scene, it was determined that McHale lost control of the vehicle while he was driving through the right-hand curve before the Neville Island Bridge. It was also discovered that the bald tires of McHale's vehicle and water on the road contributed to the crash. McHale and his two passengers were transported to Allegheny General Hospital for further evaluation of their possible injuries. And longtime morning show host for WISR and on-air radio personality Dave Malarkey died last weekend in Butler at the age of 78. Malarkey was a native of Parker, and he started his career at WISR in 1973 after graduating from Penn State University. He soon became known as one of the most beloved and trusted voices in Butler, spending a nearly 20-year run as the host of It's Your Turn, WISR's public affairs program and Butler's only live call-in talk show. Malarkey retired from WISR in February of 2026, citing health reasons.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
Today it'll be partly sunny with isolated showers and possible thunderstorms. We'll reach highs in the mid-80s and drop down to lows of 68. And tomorrow, look for cloudy skies with the chance of scattered showers and possible thunderstorms. We can expect to see highs near 83 and lows of 69. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Thursday, August 6th of 2026 at 33 minutes after 9, we've got a temperature of 73 degrees with some fog and mist out there currently in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM and 1460 AM WMPA. Also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
We are joined by the Beaver County Commissioners. It is the weekly or the monthly thing we do called Ask the Commissioners. Your chance to ask any questions pertaining to county government. Give us a call, 724-843-1888. I wanted to ask about the hazmat building. Any updates with that?
Yeah, I don't know, Dan, you want to talk about Dan? Really did a great job with our groundbreaking for that, and we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, Commissioner Manning, I guess reported to the commissioners this morning that he drove by. The ground has broke. I know we were there last week, and C. Tucker Cope, who's the construction company who's facilitating the building, advised us that they would be starting on Monday.
Yeah.
We were, I don't want to say taken back a little bit, but we knew it was coming. We planned the groundbreaking, but we didn't know it was going to be that soon. The fence is down. Earth is starting to be moved. I think Director Brewer and his staff are moving the equipment. Obviously, as we discussed there, This is not just a facility for Beaver County, but the Region 13 that we're part of. A lot of that equipment is funded from the state, and we want to make sure that we maintain it well and keep it under roof. So that's one of the reasons why we're expanding the existing building that's there.
That's in Brady's Run Park, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I think when Dan retires as being a commissioner, he's going to get into emergency management because he's like 100% involved now. Whenever a call comes out, I'm hearing he's there. He's there to make sure that if they don't need anything or if they need something, we can provide it for them. He did an excellent job speaking, representing the county commissioners there. We're just pretty proud of what we've accomplished in a very short time.
This is all part of our support for making sure that our people are well trained, well equipped, and well led. There's some great leadership we have there with Pat Young, head of our detectives in ESU, with Eric Brewer overseeing all of our emergency management services and his whole team as well. But that'll be a training facility in addition to housing equipment. It gives them more space, more room to do the things they do, because you've got to have all three of those elements or you're setting people up and eventually the residents up for failure by not being prepared for these things. So they've got great equipment, upgrade the equipment all the time. They're training the personnel. We have great employees, great people, especially on the ESU. They're coming from different municipalities and different organizations. Great reputation with those guys. So we're pretty proud, and we were really excited to get that underway. It's
our ESU, we're very proud. I mean, we all went to the testimony over the assassination attempt in Butler. Our guys were there, and we sat through the testimony, and our guys did a phenomenal job there.
I was going to say, I admire Dan Camp's that 9/11 shirt you're wearing, that collared
See
shirt.
that?
That is sharp.
But I tell you,
What color is that? It's like a bluish gray.
It's blue. I'll tell you, Director Brewer had a nice one on yesterday.
I heard you say that. Yeah.
I'm an extra large, not to drop any hints.
Well, I'm a large.
Well, time of year, August, we're also thinking about back to school. Anything from the county level on that you guys are involved with?
Well, several of our departments are having are working on back to school events. Actually, right after this program, from 11 to 2 at the Beaver Valley Mall for school-age kids, our CYS and behavioral health people will all be there with tables and set up to help outfit kids to get ready for school with backpacks and school supplies,
haircuts,
and all kinds of stuff. So and there's another event Friday as well that the Right Promise and some other groups are working on at the Shells Plaza with another 1,000 kids, trying to get everybody ready for school, which still seems way too soon for me. But
see this smile on my face?
I do.
This is my 19th year in a row that I didn't have to worry about back to school.
Former teacher.
Well, now I have a 6-year-old grandson, and Dan's got kids that are elementary school age. So,
Fun times.
You mentioned backpacks. Mayor Val in New Brighton's also doing a backpack collection drive.
There are a lot of groups now that don't
Mayor
have that
Walker in
insured.
Aliquippa does one too.
Really? Okay.
You see the communities really step up when it comes to helping their school age residents. School age, it's important.
Yeah,
It
and
really
especially
is.
knowing, particularly in some of our river towns and other communities, we have that high ALICE number, as you know, the kind of working poor people that are working hard, trying to make ends meet. If they don't have to pay for a backpack for their kid, little things like that can make a big difference in their weekly budget and their monthly budget to run their household.
So someone out there listening, how do they know how to get involved if they want to donate or they want to,
Like Shell, you had to sign up. They had to sign up.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. But contact the county behavioral health, CYS, Office of Aging, all those groups. They're all participating in this and helping out.
But more important than backpacks are having the kids have breakfast every morning and lunch.
Yeah.
And the YMCA does a great job with that. And some of those programs, unfortunately, are being underfunded from the federal and state level.
Right.
But that breakfast is an important thing. But also school supplies. I mean, every year, teachers are reaching into their own pockets to help make sure their kids have everything they need, because a lot of the school systems are running on tight budgets and fumes as well.
Jack and I are old enough to remember when every 6 weeks they would give us a tablet, a pencil, a pen. Kids get nothing now. everything. Actually, if your kid's starting first grade or kindergarten, first grade, third grade, you get a list of supplies they want you to bring in for your class.
First day.
I mean,
Yeah, I can remember those days too.
after spending $3,000-4,000 on school taxes, you got to do that on top of that.
Tony also remembers the rap on the knuckles that the nuns gave him too.
yes.
So
The nuns?
he's
I spent third grade in the closet, 4 foot wide, 36 foot long, and Jack apparently didn't believe me, but he went and saw it.
it may have stunted his growth.
Yes, oh yeah, I'm sure. There you
Third
go.
grade.
Oh, here you go.
Speaking of taxes, okay, oddball question. We're 2 years into the Beaver County, the reassessment, and as a recent home buyer, a week doesn't go by where I'm not getting a letter from someone. You may be paying too much in taxes.
I just got one.
I got one too.
I'm paying. They said you may be paying $1,600 more than you should be
I
paying.
didn't. What's that all about? I guess because I just moved.
They want to
Spam.
represent you.
Spam.
Yeah, how
Hasn't been forwarded to me yet. So
Well, I got
I'm glad.
mine in the mail. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
it came in the
from
mail.
attorneys just sending out the whole community.
a couple years perspective now into the reassessment? How is it going? Are there still things to sort out? Are you satisfied with where it's at? Is there
Reassessment was not fun.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Most of the appeals, though, are pretty much done.
Yeah.
For the most
we've
part.
worked through the list pretty good. I mean, once it gets into the courts, it gets slowed down a little bit.
Seems like there was a big hubbub ahead of it, but then after it happened, I didn't hear anything personally. So
I think in aggregate, we're all pretty pleased with how it went. I think
We fought it all the way to state Supreme Court.
Judge Eckelberger, I think he and his team did a tremendous job. It's not easy to do. There aren't that many people that can do the reassessment upfront part of that process. We haven't been 100% happy with the Tyler folks, but in aggregate, I think it went extremely well. And given the lower than anticipated numbers of complaints, appeals, and different things, I'd have to say it was successful.
The main reason this board looks good to the public is we have good people working for us. We have professionals that cover our backsides, let's face it. I mean, when we get calls, 9 out of 10 times, we have to call our professionals. You know, who do we have to call? Who do we hook this person up with? And because our people are so well educated in their areas, it makes us look good. I mean, you guys agree? I mean,
I do, yeah. And I think, you know, at first, when people, obviously we touted for several years, a third. A third's going to go down, a third's going to stay the same, a third's going to go up. I just saw a post on social media the other day that someone was making a complaint about their school taxes. I forget what district it was, and obviously, you're allowed to speak however you want. But I think after you read the 30 comments that were on there, you realize it was an eye-opener. This person's taxes went up $700 in 30 years.
okay, doesn't seem too bad.
And it went up after the reassessment a little bit. So, it doesn't seem too bad. Obviously, it's a lot on whether it's a senior. I don't know if the individual is a senior citizen. I don't know if they, were retired. I don't know their income status. But over 30 years, if your school taxes, when school's the big one, if only your school taxes only go up $700 in 30 years, obviously your home value has gone up in 30 years. So it's one of those things where people were commenting saying, you sound ridiculous, or it should never go up. I don't have students in school. Why are we paying? Unless we change the way legislation is across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, it's going to continue.
I think we're all open to the idea if you can come up with a better tax process in Harrisburg than property tax.
And I think
to
that's
fund
the
the
key,
schools,
Harrisburg.
we'd be for it, but nobody's been able to come up with the solution
what
to
people
that.
don't realize, the county code is not passed by the county commissioners. The county code's passed by the state legislature.
And I think there's a lot of legislators in Harrisburg who are trying every year, every session, to come up with a way to eliminate taxing your home, taxing your property.
Is it
At
sales
least
tax?
for
Is it income
senior
tax?
citizens.
Yeah,
At least for senior
consumption
citizens.
tax of some type.
Yeah.
Consumption taxes, I always thought were fair. I mean, if you have more money to spend and you spend more money, you're probably going to pay more taxes.
Sales tax. I mean, that's another word for sales tax.
Well, next week, State Representative Josh Kay will be in one of your seats, so that'll
All right,
be
well,
one
hammer
of the questions.
hammer.
We're going to cut to one more break. We'll be back with Ask the Commissioners. You got a question for your county commissioners, give us a call, 724-843-1888.
Bucco fans, join us on Saturday, August 8th as we throw it back for 2010's night when the Pirates take on the New York Mets at 6:40 p.m. Fans can arrive early to enjoy a pre-game block party on Federal Street with music, drink specials, and more, presented by Mike's Beer Bar.
Plus, the first 20,000 fans take home a Pirates t-shirt featuring one of your favorite former Buccos, Jay Hay, Josh Harrison, thanks to Chick-fil-A Pittsburgh. Get your tickets at pirates.com.
You're busy, no time to cook. You're hungry and the kids are too. Don't stress, make it a McDonald's dinner tonight. Download the app and get McDelivery right to your door. Whatever you're hungry for, McDonald's has it. You'll be happy and the kids will be too. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
If you're not sure what play to call next, and it's 4th and long, maybe it's time to huddle up. This is Andy Dengel from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. I'll join you in the huddle and help you make a winning decision. No, not because I'm that smart, though I am. This is an easy call. When life sacks you and time is running out, the easiest call to make is the one to Freedom United Federal Credit Union. Loan programs of all types for many different purposes can get you across the goal line. Stop in and ask how we can help put you in the scoring position. Loan approvals are based on credit approval, and some restrictions may apply. Now, let's break this huddle and head up to the line of scrimmage so we can set these plans in motion and put a little freedom in your future. Freedom United Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
It's summertime and the living is easy until your air conditioner suddenly quits. Now it's hot, the air feels heavy, and nobody's comfortable. You might even hear,
I can't live another day like this.
This is Eric 9 with Homer 9 & Sons. And when your AC goes down, this is the time to call us. Because you don't want to wait, you want it fixed fast and fixed right the first time. At Homer 9 & Sons, we deliver professional, dependable service to get your home cool and comfortable again without the stress. And right now, for a limited time, get your AC tune-up for just $79. If it's time for a new system, we offer trusted brands like Lennox, plus financing options designed to fit your budget, so you can get back to enjoying summer the way it's supposed to be. Homer 9 & Sons, quality home comfort since 1943.
Got kids? Too much to do? No time to cook? Download the McDonald's app today and get dinner delivered straight to your door from DoorDash. McDonald's makes it easy for you and your family. Download the app today and get exclusive deals and rewards. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
If you own a company or a small business, you might have considered advertising on radio. It's smart because radio is still the most far-reaching media outlet today. WBVP and WMBA can get you results. Get more information at beavercountyradio.com.
Put freedom in your future. Freedom United Federal Credit Union in Rochester.
Scott Tady here. It is Ask the Commissioners. We're just talking about fish during the break there. Fish. Did you see they're reintroducing blue catfishing in the Ohio River? Some of us get 100 pounds.
I saw the release was somewhere in Sewickley, so I don't know if they're going upstream, downstream, or what they plan to do there. I know a lot of people fish in the Ohio all the time, as well as the Beaver River, and it's good to know that the rivers have come back enough or clean enough that they feel they can support
I
all
remember
those
catching
varieties.
fish out of the Ohio in the 60s.
They have 3 eyes?
Yeah, all kinds of things. I mean, slimy. Oh my goodness!
How did I miss that big raft event on the Beaver River? Like 100 or so people got together at the same time. They rafted down the Beaver. Did you see that a couple of Saturdays ago?
I missed that.
They announced it like on social media, and they were calling it the River Raft Ride or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's the 2nd or 3rd year they've done it. It's they start in New Brighton and go down to Bridgewater.
Yeah,
I think.
Rock Park.
It's like a fun time. Yeah, I don't know how they got the word out, but. Anyway, good to see the rivers being used. The state the Fish and Boat Commission just announced about a $2.8 million grant they're going to give for waterway access. I don't know if you guys heard about that as well, but
a lot of great grants. We have a lot of good cooperation and collaboration. Obviously, they do the trout stuff every year for us. It's a big part of the quality of life of Beaver County. Again, we're blessed to have 2 major rivers running right through the middle of us, and all those tributaries that lead into both those rivers. It's part of the great quality of life, and being able to hunt and fish around Beaver County, I think, is an important part that not only attracts people to Beaver County, but keeps them here.
There's no better place to live than Beaver County.
That we have to offer, including Brady's Run and the parks and Brush Creek and Old Economy Park. we get a lot of praise over those things. And this weekend, I don't know if you know that U.S. Association for the Blind is having that vision impaired tennis tournament Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday at the indoor tennis courts at the ice arena.
Is that like
so it's a national
Okay.
organization. One of the leaders works at Carlow College, but it's folks that are vision impaired. I'm fascinated to see how that works. I can't play tennis very well at all. I can't imagine what it was like to have impaired vision to be able to do that. So that's pretty cool. But events like that are coming into Beaver County because we're on the map for a lot of organizations for having great facilities, great opportunity for people to come in and take advantage of those facilities.
Got another phone call on the line. Let's take him. Hey, good morning. You're on with Ask the Commissioners.
Do we have all three commissioners there?
You do.
Yep.
Listen, what do you guys think of PennDOT and the way they operate and the state inspection program in Pennsylvania? Can you say anything about that? Each one of you. And the emissions program, I mean, they've been working like it's not needed, and we've been talking about it for years. It's costing the taxpayers and the residents $40 a year for something that's not necessary. They're dragging their feet on eliminating it. I need some input from the three of you.
It was needed in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s, but it's not needed now in Beaver County because there's not that as much emissions going into the air as they did. Yeah, the air quality's not as bad today as it was back then. But I think the reason that they're holding back is a lot of companies, businesses made major investments in the equipment to do those types of inspections. So I think that's probably the biggest holdback right now. Yeah. I'm just speaking from afar here. I really don't know exactly the reason, but that's my best guess.
I would say another significant issue, Tony, and Senator Vogel has been a champion of this for a long time. About time to eliminate that. I think it's also a revenue resource for PennDOT, and that's where they're struggling on, okay, if we take that away,
where do we make it up?
Where are we going to make up the funds there? So I think that's a significant issue. I know there is legislation that is moving forward to eliminate it. I don't know where it is in that process right now. But
to eliminate Beaver County from it, or to eliminate
eliminate
for the emissions,
this region,
for the emissions.
The emissions inspections.
The thing
overall.
that bothers me the most, you buy a brand new car, and it has an inspection sticker on it. Okay, that's fine. The next year, it's a year old. You're lucky if it has 10,000 miles on it. You got to get it inspected again. It's brand new still.
Yeah, fair.
That part's not fair.
Yeah, so that's the best I think we can offer right now on that issue.
Hey guys, one more thing. Anchortown Road's closed. Does it really have to be closed? I mean, there's people that live up there. There's baseball fields up there. I can't remember what the answer is or was on why we're not addressing that.
I will tell you, I just saw some pictures. It's been closed now since 2019, I think, and it is completely overgrown. It's bad where the road collapse is. It didn't get their attention before because there wasn't enough volume. There's like a dozen homes or so on the other side of the ballparks there. They have access to their homes through Chippewa, coming up Park Road, and some other, Shenango, and some others to get up there. So they have access. It would impair maybe some emergency vehicles in the time they get up there. But from PennDOT's assessment, it didn't make the list. And once it's off the list, it's been off the list for 8 years now or more. It's tough to get on. But as Dan mentioned, there is a process. And I don't know, Dan, if you want to reiterate to him.
When we were discussing Wildwood with PennDOT earlier this week, we mentioned Anchortown Road. Obviously, the houses, we have concerns up there for emergency services. If there's an issue on the other side, how does an emergency vehicle get to their houses? They did go out and look at it, and Commissioner Manning's talking about the picture. They showed us pictures. It's pretty bad right now. It's overgrown. Where the slides were, there's trees coming up through the road. They said they get less than 100 cars a day on that road, so it didn't make their list to fix it, and basically told us it's closed indefinitely. We asked if they could look back into, the county's looking at making investments into the ballparks up there. But one of the things they mentioned to us is they have no money for the slide, the fix, but they do have money in a program called the Take Back program, which would be where the state fixes a road up and then turns it over to the municipality or governing body. So, it's something we're looking into. We're going to work with Representative Kale on that. If that's something we would do, they would get that road back to complete working matters. Then we would be qualified for liquid fuels dollars. The state would give us money each year to, maintain that road. Probably not enough money to maintain it. Yeah, we'd have to do snow removal and maintenance and paving on it every couple of years. But something, we're going to look into because we know how important it is, especially for those homeowners on top of the hill there.
If it is under our control, one thing that could be to our advantage is that we could close the road down during the winter and wouldn't be responsible for plowing and that kind of stuff. So it would have access, particularly in the summer, for the ball fields, if we can open up and maintain it for that. And then at some point in time, maybe Thanksgiving through February or something when it's more snowy and you'd have to be responsible for clearing it because, that's a big part of it, snow removal.
Okay, one more thing. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No problem.
I've got a pothole on Park Road that I've called, I bet you, 20, maybe 25 times. They just don't want to address it. It's on a bend, and it forces you in the oncoming traffic if you want to avoid it. Why do they not just go out and take care of it and fix it right? And who oversees them, or who can put pressure on them to get them to do a fix of, let's say, that pothole?
Well, again, if it's Park Roll, that's probably Josh Kale. He's your best bet. I hate to throw stuff back to him, but your representative has the most influence with PennDOT, a lot more than we do here at the local
because they
level.
fund PennDOT.
So I would call Josh Kale's office.
He'll be here Thursday, a week from today.
And he would be the best one because they're the ones that have the most influence with getting PennDOT's
Gentlemen,
attention.
you guys all have good input, and what's his name is going to be leaving?
Yes, what's his name is?
Jack.
You didn't get the permission of a lot of people to leave because you're very knowledgeable, intelligent, and take care of things. So where are you going?
I'm trying to figure out what's next. I've retired 4 times already, so
he has a honey-do list.
We'll see what's next. I don't know. Maybe you'll hear me on the radio with Scott.
There you go. Jack and Scott. I like
Hey, guys, thanks for taking my call. You all have a good day.
We appreciate you. You take care as well. We only have, this time flew. We have about 90 seconds left or so, guys. Any events you guys are having coming up or anything you want to promote as far as where the commissioners will be out and about?
The fairs.
Yeah.
That's right. It's August.
We got last week of August, Hookstown Fair coming up, obviously, with that. And then right after that,
Big Knob, yep.
September, Big Knob. And then the big 250 parade and Veterans
September
Parade.
19th.
Getting into parade season and fair season, so in between school starting here.
We'll be talking more about that. Yeah, the American 250 Parade, September 19th, Beaver, 10 a.m., and all kinds of activities going on at Fort McIntosh and more. So
might see us at one of your car cruises.
Oh yeah,
Hanks is always an inviting place for me to go to see a car cruise. And
I've danced with Tony's wife at the last Hanks car
God,
cruise.
she did. We were away at a conference. She danced every day, every day.
I guess married to you just fills her with joy. That's
Yes.
how I'm looking at
yes.
it.
Can you repeat that again?
All right, guys, we appreciate you. We'll see you again next month. Have a good summer.
Always.
All
Thanks.
Thanks.
That is a wrap for Ask the Commissioners.
Looking for something fun and delicious to do? Cruise on over